Hi everybody, welcome to this free video guide for the 7th anniversary tournament. We're in Expert Division here, qualifying round wins, plenty of drops here as useful references for you. Please give me a thumb up on the video if you don't mind, and make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Timestamps are in the video description down below. Now, even though these are qualifying round wins, this video will still be a useful reference point for routes and suggestions on the holes throughout the rest of the week as well. Good luck everybody. Remember to take a token or two, put some tweaks in according to your club's balls and play style. Here we go. On this par 4, we're going to play Apoc followed by Thorn and a power 3 ball, Kingmaker preferred. Red ring touching the rough on the right at +10, top of +10 that is, with Apoc 5 and 6. Adding spin, 5.8 top spin and 3 left spin. If you've got Apoc 4, you will be at P3 max rest and you will have 20% of the red ring overlapping the rough. Adjustment here is maximum distance with 10% elevation, and then we are going to take our shot. You don't have to use a precision ball here, just using it to speed up the content creation process. 2 balls of curl to the left just before circle drop as our overpower reference. And then look at the tip of the triangle vertically aligned with the base of the tee for your curl reference there. Drive distance, you're going to be around 360 to 365 yards. Second shot, find the minimum distance line with your thorn, and then we are going to count up rings from min. We're going to add 1 bar of backspin first, and then I'm pushing up from the min line. There's 4 rings, and in the end I push up another 2 rings. And I just want to have, really, with the spin added, of course, the ball guide just going to the front of the cup. So aiming right at the pin with the ball guide, but they're just going to the front of the cup. 6 rings from min. We're going to play it 6% slider, and it's 0 elevation. It's a 1% slider per ring up from min. Pulling over the bullseye. More information on rings from min and pulling over the bullseye on our Academy tutorials. Playlist is on the channel homepage. Centre the ball and hit perfect. You're going to bounce before the green and roll nicely in for the eagle. Hole in one here. Before spin, we're going to go with the sniper and the blue ring touching the rough there, the top of the blue ring, with the ball guide going through the hole. Then I am adding my spins here, and you can see we're going to go with 2.8 bars of backspin. You could actually set spins with a basic ball to avoid any unwanted side spin, but you don't have to do that. All depends how you are feeling with the time available. Aiming more or less at the pin, maybe 1 click to the right, just having a look at the zoom in there. Try and replicate it as best you can and put in some wind angle tweaks or 2 if necessary. Adjustment is medium distance, 20% elevation. And we're playing with power 3 settings, and always, regardless of your club level, you're going to use sniper 10 numbers. We've made our adjustment. We centre the ball and hit perfect, and then this is coming in very nicely, and we'll drop for a hole in one. This is middle wind strength and middle wind angle. Par 5 now, looking for a safe eagle with the Titan. Red ring touching the rough there, top left of the red ring, 5.8 top spin. We're at the top of +6 yards with Apoc 5 and 6. Top of +12 with Apoc 4, 20% of the red ring overlapping the rough. Adjustment, max +10. The reason I'm using a Titan here, it's going to give me more wind push on the second shot, and I want that extra bit of tailwind. As we're doing a dog leg, we're going to have more tailwind. And also, I don't want to be spending too many Kingmakers. Inner wall curl to the left. Hitting perfect here. It is a bit of a narrow line, bouncing nicely there, and just threading the needle between the rough there on the left and right, rolling out to a drive distance of around 360 yards. We need the big dog or the cataclysm here, and I'm going with 6 top spin and 2 right spin. Add your spin, stretch out and have the second bounce as shown there. You can see it just in the dark rough, around 2/3 of the way into that small bunker on the right, if you were talking about it 2/3 from the beginning to the end. Pause the video and get a reference, but that's what I'm looking at when setting up this shot. Max -10. Now, when I was stretching out, I was looking at how many rings I needed to push up. Make sure you do that, otherwise you might go short or long. If you can't push up all required rings, then add the rest as overpower. You can see here I was about 1.5 rings short on my push-up, so I added that as overpower. Try and hit perfect, of course, bouncing nicely into the rough and rolling out onto the green, and we're going to have a very safe eagle if you execute correctly. Hole in one here, we're going to use this nice mini funnel, adding spin first though, and I'm using 2.2 bars of top spin only. Then I'm looking to have the blue ring touching the beginning of the fringe, and then I'm moving the target left and right to get the ball guide through the hole. You kind of want to be in the centre of that funnel there. So a couple of references there. You can see ball guide going through the hole with spin added. The adjustment here is medium distance, 15% elevation, and we are using power 4 settings this time. So power 4 settings, make sure you've got that ready in your app. And even if you are not using Sniper 10, we're going to use Sniper 10 numbers. Otherwise, you will be adjusting a different number of rings, which doesn't make sense because the club accuracy is the same for Sniper 8, 9 and 10, whatever. Centering the ball, hitting perfect here after we've made our adjustment, catching the rough really nicely, taking that nice little channel on the green, and there we have the hole in one. If you like the free content here on the channel and want to support us, you can do so on Patreon. Lots of different membership tiers there provided according to the support you wish to give. They all give you the same perks, and that is exclusive content, general elevation shootout sheets for tour play and checkpoint challenges, and early access to content on the channel as well. And also, if you've got any questions about the game or want to know how to improve, you can shoot me a direct message as well. All the support there is greatly appreciated and helps keep the content here on the channel free. Thank you very much. Lovely NMT shot here with the katana, and we're going to stick with the katana here. 5.2 top spin and 3 left spin. So NMT with your APOC and a power 2 ball. Adjust max plus 20 power 2 numbers. Now, if you have APOC 4, and only if you have APOC 4, after you adjust, you would then need to push up 1.7 rings. That's to compensate for having 6 yards less power. But even if you have APOC 4, you've still got a slow needle, full overpower, 2 balls of left curl. Look at the base of the tee aligned with the inner tip of the triangle. Hit perfect. You're either going to clear the rough completely and roll out for a short wedge, as I do in the video, or worst case scenarios, you clip the rough, but you will still roll out for an Embringer wedge. Usual elevation 20%. We've got a fight for the eagle. It's going to be a 3-shot here. We're playing with the rock, 4 top spin and 1 left spin, pointing at the left edge of the bunker there with spin added. Top of +1 with the rock level 8, top of +0 with the rock level 9. The adjustment here is maximum distance with 10% elevation. You will need your Cataclysm or Big Dog for the second shot and the Thorn for the third shot. Making our adjustment here, we're not pulling into overpower, so no need to worry about that. But I do, as we have headwind, go with circle drop overpower. It's not going to give you any shake on the needle, and you've got a very good accuracy club here. So you can hit perfect, hopefully, nice and easily. And it's going to roll towards the end of the fairway, not risking the rough at all. Drive distance is going to be in the region of 340 yards. Second shot is a tricky one. Now, I've got the inner ring touching the, it's the bullseye. I was just having that clipping the fairway, you could see there. Then I was pulling back to +6. Now, I'm adding spin here. I'm going with 5 top spin. In fact, a little bit more than that. In the end, I go with 5.2 top spin and 3 right spin. Now, the reason I pull back is because I don't want to adjust heavily into overpower, because I'm going to play max OP here. Max +0 is the adjustment. Now, you can tweak the aim a bit here and the setup of the shot if you don't like it. It is going to be a shaky needle, unfortunately, so precision will help. We're going with a 2 1/4 ball of curl to the right. Try and hit perfect on this one. Now, you can tweak the top spin if you want. You can tweak the setup. Bouncing clearly on the fairway, but you don't want to roll into the rough. So if you are worried about that, you can set up further to the right. Third shot with the Grizzly, we're going to do a back rough check, but it's the darker line of rough. So the second cut of rough with the ball guide over the pin. You can see it's giving me +2 here. Now, +2 with the Grizzly 9, going to be +5 with the Grizzly 7 and 8. And that's going to give us our reference. It is a no spin shot with the Thorn. Ball guide going 1 green square short of the pin. Now, for that check, I'm playing this one 44% slider, 10% elevation. Make sure you've got the Grizzly packed for that check, though. If you've got the Goliath in, then that is going to mess you up. Obviously, if you tweak the second shot and play further to the right, you might not be able to do that check, so you might need to get yourself a different reference point available. But take a token or two if you want to. There's going to be a lot of people just birdieing this hole, though. To be honest, it's a long and tricky par 5. Pulling over the bullseye, centering the ball, and with hopefully a very good execution and some nicely set up shots, you will drop the eagle on this par 5. NMT hole-in-one here, 1.5 top spin, and then it's 2 clicks of left spin. So just you'll see that very thin green line on the spin bar there. So that's 2 clicks. That's what I'm calling 2 clicks anyway. So no move target, just add your spin, adjust your rings, and off you go. Mid +25, power 3 settings, and once again, you're going to play with sniper 10 numbers regardless of your club level. Now, obviously, keeping the wind kind of on the lower side, kind of 8.3 and lower, will mean you can just adjust this in one pull, which is preferable. Centre the ball and hit perfect, subject to any wind angle tweaks you might need, of course. Clearing the water nicely, rolling down this very smooth green, hitting the pin and dropping for the hole-in-one. On this par 4, we're aiming with the quarterback before spin, ball guide pointing in the middle of that bottleneck of fairway. Then, that is of course at P3 max rest, I should say, we swap to our APOC and Thorn bag, and we're going here with 5.8 top spin and 3 bars of side spin to the right. Adjust here, regardless of your club level, is max +10, power 3. Max +10, power 3. No push-up required or anything here, so concentrate on a nice, straight and accurate pull. And once we've done that, it is time to take our shot. Don't need a precision ball here, you can play without, it's entirely up to you. Centre the ball, no overpower, no curl, just hit perfect. Bouncing on the fairway, rolling down the fairway, you can see there, avoiding the rough really nicely, and rolling out to a drive distance of approximately 335 yards. Pin check is the reference here, so bullseye over the pin gives me +2, and for a +2 pin check, I'm playing 46% slider, 10% elevation. You can see this is a no spin shot, and I'm having the ball guide pass the right edge of the hole. And you can see there, the tip of the ball guide is approximately 1 green square beyond the pin. Now, this value that I've given you in the commentary and on the notepad is a tweak. I do drop this in the video, but it's not a dead centre drop. So the percentage I've given you on the notepad should get you in right at pin, because if possible, you want to be dropping these shots dead at the pin. Pull over the bullseye, like I said, +2, 46% slider, 10% elevation, 2% per yard. So if you were at +1 for your check, you are nearer, so you would play 44% instead. Hole 9, max +10 on the drive is the adjustment, and we're going with 3 bars of left spin and 3.5 top spin. We don't need much here because you don't want to roll into the rough. You will need the big dog or the Cataclysm for your second shot. Red ring touching the rough on the left at the top of +10 with APOC 5 and 6. APOC 4, 20% of the red ring overlapping the rough at P3 max rest. Adjust maximum distance with 10% elevation, and then it's time to take our shot. We're going with a 1.5 ball curl to the left, just before the circle drops as our overpower reference. You can see the ball there is touching the bottom outside tip of the triangle. So there's your reference for your curl. Hit perfect, bouncing very nicely, clearing the rough there, and not threatening the rough here. We're nicely on the fairway, 344 yards. Now you might need to tweak the spins based on your drive here, but I'm looking at having around 2.2 top spin, and you can see going with all the left spin, and I'm looking at having the second bounce 1 ring beyond the rough. I'm setting up deliberately before max distance of my club, around 3 yards before, just to give myself room to adjust. Regardless of that though, I'm playing this one just a basic elevation of max plus 0. I'm not worried about any slider here. I just want to get it to the green. I adjust into a bit of overpower here, so I'm going to add that onto my shot. Still going to give me a decent chance of hitting perfect, and I'm using half a ball of curl to the left. And the idea here, like I say, it's just to get to green safely for the eagle. You might need to tweak the top spin based on your drive rollout, and you can see there safely on the green, and we're putting for our eagle on this tough par 5. Thanks very much for watching this video here on the channel. If it has helped you in any way, please consider sharing it amongst your friends and clanmates in the game. Join us also on Facebook. Head over there, search for BK Golf Clash and join our free group. Loads of members there sharing shots. Free guides are posted, as well as loads of other great Golf Clash resources. So check us out there. You can join in the discussion and also leave feedback on the game in general. Finally, if you wish to help support the channel and keep the content free for everybody, please consider becoming a Patreon member. The link is in the video description down below. Good luck, see you soon, bye for now.